Warning, we sometimes use swear words on this podcast. We're on cue.
I'm Liz. I'm a music supervisor.
I'm Trish. I'm a film director. And while we usually dish about music and movies and life, and while we had an episode planned for today, we're going to talk about the wildfires because that seems like the only thing on people's mind in Los Angeles, at least at the moment.
Yeah. And the audio might be a little different on this episode because you're up in LA. I'm down here in San Diego. So bear with us.
Yeah, we'd love to be in the same room when we do these podcasts. And today it's just not in the cards. But I'm very happy to see your face, Liz. And I'm very glad that you are in safe and beautiful San Diego. And we'll get back to our regularly scheduled programming next week. But for now, let's deal with the issue at hand.
So how are you doing up there?
I personally am very fortunate. My house is not in the line of fire. Pardon the horrible pun at the moment. We haven't even lost power or water. We have been able to host friends who have been a lot less lucky. Some of our friends found out yesterday that their house was miraculously still standing in Altadena, wow. Even though, houses just a few doors down were gone. We have another friend who's staying with us who still doesn't know. His house is right on the edge of a canyon that's on fire. He won't be able to even go up there and look for another week. It's very humbling to realize how all of us live at the edge of complete chaos and destruction at all times. That's just what it's like to be alive. It's certainly what it's like to live in Los Angeles, where it's fire country, it's earthquake country, it's windstorm country. I think people everywhere can relate to that because whether you live somewhere where there's hurricanes, tornadoes, typhoons, horrible ice storms. We are all just people living on a planet that's bigger, powerful, and stronger than us, and is changing quickly.
Yeah. As you know, we used to live in LA, so we have a lot of friends up there. And sadly, we have a couple of friends that have lost their homes.
Yeah, us too.
And the Palisades and everything that was in it. And a house, actually, that Kathleen and I, when we first got together and we got engaged, actually, in that house, that's disappeared too. So it's so tough, isn't it?
It's quite overwhelming. It is true that stuff is just stuff and a house is just a man-made structure. All of that is true. And at the same time, the places that we live are our oases and they are the sort of sanctum of our memories and our cherished moments of family events and children being raised there or engagements in your case. I think it's interesting to me to see how the news is sensationalizing this. It is obviously beyond any ability to describe how apocalyptic and terrifying it is in the places that are directly affected. Mm-hmm. I also just want to say to anybody who's not in Los Angeles, there are giant swaths of our city that are fine. And probably even more importantly, it has been really amazing to see people's responses overall. While there are definitely some bad actors out to try and take advantage of a really heartbreaking situation, there are way, way more people who have just been so awesome about donating their homes to people who need a place to go, donating clothing, toiletries, food, water, taking in pets, showing up at these shelters to sort through donations and feed stray animals, and people that have run into houses to save animals or elderly people. I saw a news crew on KCAL News, the local news station.
I saw that too.
Yeah, they ran in to save a lady's flock of chickens, which you know is dear to my heart.
I saw fire crews going in rescuing horses. And donkeys are very dear to me. And there were loads of donkeys walking all around, and people were trying to wrangle them and find a place for them to stay.
Yeah, it's been beautiful to see our city step up. And I just want to point that out to everyone. I also want to point out to people who aren't necessarily familiar with this area that the vast majority of people affected by this are not celebrities and don't live in multi-million-dollar mansions. They were normal people in normal neighborhoods, small family-run businesses. Look up the history of the town of Altadena if anyone wants to know about that town. It was one of the first places where people of color were allowed to buy property in LA County. So it is a historically very diverse and inclusive area. And many of these houses had been passed down through generations of people that couldn't buy anywhere else and were forced out of Pasadena when it declared itself essentially an all-white town. This is not just celebrities and their huge fancy homes. This is normal working class people, and our industry has been hit so hard in these last few years by COVID and the strikes and the instability in the studio system and everything, that I feel like a lot of people have let their fire insurance lapse or have not kept their other sort of safety nets in place. And I think this is going to hit harder than ever because I think a lot of people aren't as financially secure going into this as they would have been a few years back. So it's going to take a lot of time, I think, and a lot of continued support. It's great to see everybody going wholeheartedly into volunteering and showing up for their community right now. I think it's going to be months and years, and I just hope we can sustain that momentum.
I know several people down here who wanted to go up and volunteer, and they couldn't find any places to go volunteer because everybody was fully staffed on volunteers. But I think everyone's jumping in now, but I think, as you say, this is going to go on for some time. So I think everyone's going to need a lot of help going forward. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, one thing, Liz, that was so valuable to me was when you would tell me in these last few days, in the middle of the night, I'm going to cry talking about, but I'm going to leave my phone on so that if you need to pack up and come down to San Diego, even with your chickens, you even let me bring my chickens if I needed to.
Of course.
I just felt like really grateful to you. And so thanks for that.
We're always here, and our house is open to you and your family and your chickens and your dogs and Diane, the snake too.
She has a go bag. Diane has a mesh go bag.
I know.
Yeah.
I love that you said that.
We would never be able to leave Diane if we could help it. Another thing that I am grateful to you for is you tend to have the best taste in playlists, especially at times when we need a boost or we need a lift or we need some perspective or inspiration.
I kind of always go to music. It always makes me feel better. So if there's an opportunity to put a playlist together to maybe help someone feel better or do something, I'm always going to jump in and do that. So I put together a playlist of 52 songs to our planet Earth, and it's one for every week of the year.
Oh.
And it has angry songs with a really strong message, uplifting songs. It tops and tails with songs from Planet Earth, the TV series with David Attenborough, and our good friend Russell Emanuel. He was instrumental in producing those tracks with Hans Zimmer. So the first track is a track by Bastille, a reworking of their track Pompeii, which has a great message, and I think feels really uplifting with this beautiful string arrangement. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before? How am I gonna be an optimist about this? How am I gonna be an optimist about this if you close your eyes? And then the final track is another track with Hans Zimmer with Ray from Croydon. Whoop, whoop.
I love her.
And I know you love Ray.
She's
So that finishes the playlist. But there's so much stuff in there. And what really struck me when I was putting this playlist together was how many bands and artists had messages about the planet going back 50 years. Really warnings. And there's so many of those, lots of contemporary artists. But there's thousands of songs I could have put in. And I spent a little bit of time trying to think about songs that meant something to me. So there's 52 songs on this playlist. We'll put it up on our Spotify On Cube page and also put a link in the show notes to it as well.
It is so lovely. I'm going to be listening to this playlist nonstop for the foreseeable future. Aww. And for anybody who whether you're in Los Angeles or not, if you want a love letter to our planet and a reminder of our commitment to that planet and to each other to protect and preserve as long as we can. We can all thank Liz for this.
Oh, goodness. Thank you. Hopefully it will lift some spirits. So Trish, I know it's probably a difficult time to find a favorite thing. So is there something that maybe you want to shout out right now?
Yeah, this is going to sound so corny. And unless you're in the middle of some kind of large scale collective disaster like we are in Los Angeles, it probably won't resonate, but maybe it will for people who've been through something like this or are going through something like this. I would like to say my favorite thing this week is bravery. First and foremost, I know you mentioned the first responders.
Yes.
Not just from our own city, county, and state, but from all over the country, from Mexico, from Canada. Yeah. And these people are so skilled, so brave. Some of them are incarcerated. By the way, I think up to 30% of the fire force are prisoners who are underpaid for their work and who can't put this on their work record when they leave prison. I don't think that they're allowed to work as professional firefighters. It's
crazy.
It's so sad, but they are so brave. These pilots that are flying these aerial maneuvers to drop water and flame retardant, the people standing down there on the front lines, the hand fighters with hoses, and it is just incredible, not to mention all the people that are still rescuing people and treating medical emergencies and whatnot. So obviously the first responders, but also bravery on a different level of just, like I said, people going through tremendous times of uncertainty and loss and grief, people stepping up to help their neighbors, people in other states and countries reaching out to see if we're okay and offering assistance. Even I saw a photo of a deer family standing in the middle of a just completely charred and scorched hillside, looking so scared and confused, but also brave. The animals that have had to go through this. So I would like to shout out to bravery in all of its forms, people that are displaced, people that have lost so much, people that are going above and beyond to help in big ways and small, people that are fighting these fires. It just really shows a lot of courage.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good shout out. And everyone coming together, all the community really trying to help everyone out. So here's to bravery.
Here's to bravery. So, Liz, I did not prepare a cocktail today. I'm sorry.
No, I think you have more important things to deal with right now. But I think instead of a cocktail, I think everybody should be drinking plenty of water, keeping hydrated. I think if you need a cocktail, have a cocktail. But it's probably good to be alert. Anyone else that isn't in LA could be having a cocktail. But yeah, drink plenty of water, lots of electrolytes, keep hydrated. I think that's what we can offer this week on the cocktail front.
I think so too. These Santa Ana winds are very drying.
Yes.
So in addition to preventing forest fires and raging urban wildfires, I think we should all be hydrating our own bodies.
And our skin and our lips.
Yeah, exactly. All right,
sure.
so the name of the cocktail is electrolytes and lots of water. Yeah.
It's tarot time.
It's tarot time. I'll tell you, a tarot deck is a great comfort in a time like this. That is one of the few things I packed in my bag of essentials that I would run out the door with if the evacuation order came. My tarot deck.
I know you have many decks. Would it just be one deck, or would you be bringing many with you?
If my tarot deck collection burned, that would be one of the few irreplaceable things in my life, I must say. But I do have 2 favorite decks that are in my bag to go.
So why don't we ask the cards this week? Maybe we could ask them something to do with our planet. Can they give us a message of how we can look after our planet a bit better than we are right now?
I think that's a great idea, and it complements your playlist.
Yes.
All right, let me wait for the itchy eyebrow. Hold on a second. Okay.
Did it really itch on your eyebrow?
Yeah, this one right here.
That's crazy.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
We got the Emperor.
Oh, the Emperor.
Yeah.
Ooh. He looks regal there, but very serious.
Yeah, regal and serious is a good way to put it. This card is ruled by Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, and the fire sign, and a fire sign. I think this card is a very strong warning that nature's king of us all. Nature is the boss here. And he, she, they will rain hellfire on us if we don't get our act together. This card's also about laws and structure and rulers. So I think it's also urging us to really rethink our laws and our structures that are here to protect our planet and our civilizations. It can't all fall on the backs of developing nations and poor people. And we need to get this shit together. And the literal and figurative fires are not going to stop until we get some discipline and get some structure and figure this thing out.
That feels like a very appropriate card for us to pull this week, which you pulled.
Yeah, I was hoping for something feel good and soft. This is a pretty hard-nosed, tough card, but that's probably what the reality is.
You know, we've had a few of those moments where we've wanted that feel-good card, and then I'm not going to give you that. I'm going to give you the truth.
Yeah, I appreciate that about a tarot deck.
Yeah, me too.
So, Liz, I almost hesitate to ask you if you have a record of the week because you did so much work in such a short period of time to put together these 52 songs for the playlist. We will forgive you if you don't have one for us this week.
Well, I do have one, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I have one. It's called Thinking About You, About Me, and it's a dance edit. It's by Salt Cathedral. Salt Cathedral are from Colombia, but they now live in New York, and it's from their second album, Before It's Gone. The album deals with time in relation to our existence. It also deals with the fear of climate change. So I thought it was appropriate to play that track this week. So this is a love song. It feels like a warm embrace, this song, which is, I think, what we all need right now. I want to thank Carol Ann Vetter at Low Profile for letting us use it.
This is so lovely. Thank you. And I'm really, I do need a warm hug right now. So I am excited to listen to this and to your playlist. Thanks for being such a good friend, Liz. I do love you.
Oh, stop it. You're going to make me cry now. You know, I love you too. And this whole experience of On Cue has been fab and has really brought us really close together. It's been lovely.
Yeah.
Take care, my friend. We're down here if you need us. We're here.
Thank you so much. And to everyone out there, please stay safe. Please get in touch with us if there's anything we can do for you.
For sure.
We will.
See you next Tuesday.
Right on cue.
From above, I've been thinking if this is
On Cue is produced and edited by Kathleen Gallagher.